on my way now. I'm on my way now. I'm on my way now.
Welcome back to another video here in the beautiful Dominican Republic, everyone. We are still in Punta Cana, and I think it's safe to say we're very excited.
If you watched last week's video, we were kind of like reintroducing ourselves to Punta Cana. It's been a couple of years since we really explored here, but this week's going to be a little bit different. We're going to be seeing if you can do Punta Cana on a budget.
So we will be taking you to the beach shortly. Don't worry, I know all of you want to see the beautiful Bavaro Beach here in Punta Cana, but first we wanted to show you where we're staying. Believe it or not, this is not a resort. It might look like one, but I promise you it's not. It's our apartment, and we got it for quite the deal. So this place is called El Dorado Apartments, and yeah, it's pretty beautiful.
Yeah, if you're coming here on a budget, you might think you might not be able to get access to a pool, but trust us, you can. A lot of the places around here do have pools. I mean, I know you're close to the beach, but sometimes it's nice to have one of these, and it's pretty nice.
I'm a really big fan of the style of the buildings here. The architecture is very colorful, it's very colonial, but one thing about the pool area is there's not a lot of chairs.
Yeah, there's like 4, 5, 7 chairs in total, which is a little bit weird because this is a huge complex. There's like maybe like 10 buildings with quite a few units in them. So I imagine in high season, there must be difficult to come here and get a chair. Maybe you have to bring your own.
I still can't even put into words how excited we are to be back in the DR. Just in case you guys are watching, it's the first video you picked us up on. We have spent a lot of time in this country, like probably close to a year or two at this point. We've been all over, so not just Punta Cana. We have a lot of experience with the DR, but I want to show you here back to our hotel. Well, I guess our apartment, not hotel, correct myself. This looks like a hotel, I get confused.
It's definitely not a hotel.
We're taking them back to our apartment now. And yeah, you can see the grounds are lush. So for an older building, the grounds are pretty good, huh?
Yeah, it's not bad at all. I mean, it's definitely not perfect. Probably not a place I would ever choose to live, I don't think. I'm not even sure if they have a backup generator that we thankfully haven't tested out yet because the power has not gone off. Hopefully it does not. But yeah, it's nice, but it's within budget.
We're trying to do this on a budget, but here's a place right here.
So welcome inside this 1-bedroom apartment. It is actually on the ground floor. I'm gonna give you a quick little tour. Got the kitchen area just as soon as you walk in, and it's really not bad at all. Sink over here, a cooktop. It has like you know, like all the necessities when you're in the Caribbean. It has a coffee maker and of course a blender, and then you have a microwave and a full-size fridge over there.
So that's not.
Yeah, the kitchen's pretty good here.
That's pretty good. I don't mind that. We have a table here that we always turn into basically a workstation. Big old mirror, so that's good for like reflecting light.
Yeah, it makes it lighter in here for sure.
It absolutely does. So living room.
It's not bad. So they have a sofa that's probably a little too small for the space. They could do something a little bigger here, but really nice TV. And I don't like that there's no like chairs or like tables on either side. So I had nowhere to put, when I sat here, nowhere to put like glasses and stuff. So we ended up kind of doing a makeshift thing over here. We put one of the dining room chairs, a plate on top to make it flat, and then I've been putting stuff on top of it. So that's kind of funny.
You got to be creative. Here's the outside, so you guys just saw us out there. So we do have a patio. That's pretty nice. There's actually screens on the windows, so that is a huge plus. We'll take you in to the bedroom. So it's a 1-bedroom place that we are staying in. So we got some big like kind of closet doors here. Some of them are locked away, but you can use some luggage there. Behind me, yeah, got a little dresser. And then if I go this way, of course we got I think it's like a queen size bed. So it's not too bad. The only AC unit in here is in this bedroom, so that's important, but we only kind of use it when we sleep, huh?
Yeah, and you should know that most places in Punta Cana, you're gonna pay extra for the electricity. Not every place does that, but the majority of them do, so just be aware of that. My probably least favorite thing about this apartment is the bathroom. It's not terrible by any means, but it could be a little bit better. We have a shower over here, just kind of like with a shower curtain, and the shower head doesn't really go up. There's like a little thing to put it on, but it kind of goes out straight if you do that. So you kind of have to like hold the shower and self-shower yourself. And then inside we have a pretty good sink area, like lots of space at least. There is a washing machine, which is a little bit weird. Like it's nice to have the washing machine, but it makes it a little bit tight in here, and then the toilet's over in this corner.
All right, what about price? I know you guys are wondering, do you remember how much we paid?
Yeah, it was just like 60 US per night. We of course are here in November, so it would probably be higher in high season, but in low or mid season, that's not too bad.
That's pretty good. $60 US for kind of a older resort style apartment right in the heart of Punta Cana. Here's the crazy thing, we are 5 minutes walking to the beach.
Yeah, the location here is really what you're paying money for. Like it's the best location ever.
There's also tons of restaurants, but now I think we'll go to the beach first, then show you kind of the town area, but I know you guys want to see the beach. Well, let us officially welcome you to Bavaro Beach. It's one of those days where it's sunny at times and then, well, it gets cloudy.
Yeah, it started off really nice, but the clouds have definitely come in. That's the thing about being here in like November, December, we find they're probably the 2 worst months. They're very, like, the weather can just be all over the place. You can have a beautiful day, you can have an intermediate day, and then you can have some really bad days.
Here's the thing though, it's still that kind of typical Caribbean weather, so a lot of people ask us like all the time. They were like, well, what do you do in this case? I'm coming next week and every day says thunder showers. Usually it might just rain for like an hour or two in the day.
I find if you're looking at the forecast and it says 50%, you're probably okay. If it says like 60 and up, you never know.
Or what about 80?
That probably means it's gonna be rainy.
You're doomed. So we're just coming up on one of the beach clubs, so this is not a resort, and I'm not sure if people know you can kind of do this sort of thing, huh?
Yeah, there are definitely options to come down to the beach and not be at a resort. I know there are sections of the beach that are definitely a lot of resorts just all in a row, but you can come to an area. This one is called Zoho, is it?
Zoho.
Sorry, it's behind a leaf over there. I can't really see it. Zoho Beach Club. I'm not sure how much the chairs are here. I'm assuming they cost money, but you never know. Yeah. We went up a little bit the other day to ask about how much the chairs were at a couple of different beach clubs. One of them had 2 different sets. One of them was $10 for 2 for the whole day, or you could go in the ones that weren't quite as nice, but they still looked fine, and they were free as long as you were like drinking or eating during the day. So that's not bad.
That's pretty good, but it's funny you said you didn't see the sign. I just noticed it says
right there.
it says Soho.
I was looking up there.
Yeah, Soho Beach, but it is a cool place. I mean, this is right on the beach, and it's super close to our apartment as well.
Yeah,
so
and
that's
of course
crazy.
you have the option too of just bringing a towel down and putting in the sand. I see lots of people doing that right over there.
Man, this beach looks beautiful even when it's cloudy. But if you guys want to see a little bit more of the beach when it's absolutely beautiful, go back to our last video and check it out, because we had a full-on blue sky day. Color of the water is crazy. We also talk about Bavaro Beach a little more, some of the facts. This beach is one of the longest in the Caribbean, so it's very interesting when it comes to that. But how about that water? Look at that. Like,
it's beautiful, but it's still wavy. You guys, if you watched our last video, it was wavy the other day, and it's wavy again today. So I don't know if there's like a system around. Maybe it's just because it's so like rainy and kind of like weird weather around that it's created some waves.
Just in case you guys don't know, the beaches here are public. I know that's like common knowledge to a lot of people, but you can come down to the beach, any part of it. You don't have to stay at a resort, kind of like this girl back here, and just bring your own towel. You can even bring your own drinks, of course. That's pretty obvious, but the thing is, there's tons of like mini markets around and supermarkets like really close to the beach. Probably something that some people don't think about when they're coming here. They just think about the resorts. Do you have to pay for it? Yes, you do, but it's going to be a fraction of the price, I promise, that you're staying at a resort. The other thing is, we might take you to a grocery store, kind of like a local grocery store, just so we can kind of show you some of the prices to see what things cost, especially if we're working with a budget. You want to see maybe what you can get for those low prices, but I don't know if you guys can hear the boat out here. Probably not with the microphone, but there's a full-on like kind of party boat, and it's just one guy. Just like one guy with the music kind of loud. We thought we'd do a sargassum check. So it looks like there's a little more sargassum today. You can kind of see it in the water as well, huh?
Yeah, so again, if you watched our last video, we talked a little bit about that. It didn't seem as bad. They had like some big piles already like accumulating on the beach, but they were like keeping it together. It seems to be coming in a lot more today. So you see it here, and you can see it in the water as well.
Yeah, the big thing is you can see it kind of like black right there. So I don't know, they're good about cleaning it up, but it's certainly still an issue here.
It definitely is. I think this time of year, I think we determined that it's usually a little bit worse this time of year.
I think so. I know. It's not like this in the winter months.
I don't think so, because the water's a little bit cooler. I think it's when the water is hotter. I could be wrong there. Maybe a scientist can confirm that, but I'm pretty sure it's when the water starts to heat up, it gets way worse. One
thing we're trying to do is figure out how to get off the beach. It's tricky when you're here, but take a look at this if I can catch them. We got roosters hanging out by cars, some chickens. Hey, buddy. Doesn't feel like talking to us.
I think that's dinner.
I don't know. It could be someone's dinner. Not sure in the DR.
Yeah, you never know.
It's always fun when you're in kind of like an urban area. I know we're coming off the beach, but Punta Cana is pretty big, and you just come right across some chickens and roosters. But here we are. It's been raining here for a while. We got to get over this How are we gonna do this? This goes it just goes every
There's a
way.
walkway over there, I think.
Okay, we got a little wooden walkway. We'll try that. All right, we're gonna go this way. Hola, amigo.
Hola, amigo. We have something inside, eh?
Okay, they're trying to fish us in here, but what we have to do is get across this. Are you gonna? Is it okay? It's okay. Are you sure? it's okay. All right. Animate it.
It's solid.
Not sure what I think of this. I'm a little heavier than you, but okay.
That's
Okay, we're good.
Yeah,
That was fun.
really stinky. I thought my feet would just go right through it.
Goes the typical loud motorbike. It turns into the DR pretty quickly out here.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, so like Anna said, we absolutely love this place. I know it's not everyone's cup of tea when it comes to specifically how loud it can be. Like, the DR can be really loud. That's the big thing. We're used to it. We spend so much time here. I can't remember if we said in this video already, but we more or less live here up in the north in Cabarete.
I don't think we said that in this video.
Yeah, so we spend a lot of time in the Dominican Republic, in case you don't know, and we have a lot of experience with it, not just Punta Cana. We've been all over, up in the mountains where it can snow at the top, yes, snow, but maybe we'll link to some videos, but I think it's easy to see why we love this place. I mean, the DR is just the best. There's lots of construction around. This is the other thing, is there's all these like tuk-tuks here now, which is kind of, the guy's trying to sell his tuk-tuk, but it's kind of neat in Punta Cana, huh, the tuk-tuk?
Yeah, I don't remember this from before.
Maybe another day. No, amigo. Muchas gracias.
Yeah, I don't remember those from before. Maybe there were a couple around, but now it seems like a common way to get around, and I love that. I actually wish that would kind of take over in some other parts, like Cabarete, where we spend a lot of time in Las Terrenas. That'd be a great way to get around, because taxis can be expensive. They're not too bad around here. Speaking of that, it's a good segue into talking about getting around on a budget here in Punta Cana. I don't know how much those are. Hopefully they're not too expensive, but we've been taking Ubers. We actually went up to like the Jumbo area. It's kind of in downtown Punta Cana. It's like if you want to get groceries and stuff, it's a massive, massive superstore basically. And it costs like $5 or
$6 basically each way, but here's the thing. I don't think they have Ubers for roads with, well, boats I should say.
Boats?
How are we getting across this?
I think we can do it.
Over that way.
Over that way.
But it's been raining quite a bit. Yeah, this is one thing that happens here when it rains a lot. There's like not a lot of, well, ways for the water to kind of drain. So this is there's a lot of water.
When we were here a few years ago, we stayed not too far from here, and I remember it was pouring rain when we arrived, and we actually couldn't walk out of the complex we were staying in. It was just basically like this, all surrounding it. We did not want to walk through that. So be aware of that. Maybe it's a little bit better now, but right now we're not having to walk through the water, so that's good.
That is good, but this is pretty deep, you guys. Like, this isn't just a little bit of water. This is a lot. We've decided to stop in to Mango Cafe. This place is adorable, and yeah, we're after some juice. We have it right here, right in front of us. It's mango season. I think it ends. Mango season ends like sometime in late December. I don't remember the exact date, but yeah, to be back in the land of fresh juice.
All the fresh juice, all the fresh juice and fruit and vegetables that you could ever want. It's something we love about being in the Dominican Republic. It's just all the fresh stuff. So we went for a mango juice, but I guess they put milk in it, so it's more like a mango shake.
Yeah, it's like a mango shake. We'll make sure we'll put the price on the screen just so you guys can see how much it costs. I think it's a pretty good deal. It's kind of budget friendly.
Especially, I feel like when you add the milk in it, it's a little bit more substance to it. This could be a meal right here.
Yeah, I mean, you could easily have this as your lunch. It's really just like a smoothie or a shake. So highly recommend a mango shake, let's call it, if you're coming here to the DR. But now, we mentioned before we were going to talk about groceries. We did stop into a grocery store. We'll try to take you through some of the prices.
So I have some prices jotted down. One unfortunate thing about the place that we went into, they didn't have prices on a good majority of things, but I think we did an okay job of trying to find some things. Keep in mind you're also here in a very touristy neighborhood, so you could probably get things a lot cheaper, but if you're just wanting to stay in the neighborhood and pick up some things, this might give you an idea of what to expect. So let's go through them. A large pack of pasta that was about $3.50 USD, and the pasta sauce, like a tomato sauce, was $2.75 US. It's in pesos, but I converted it for you. Multi-grain bread was $1.80. A single roll of toilet paper, 80 cents. A box of like cereal, like granola cereal, was $4.70. A packet of chicken, 2 chicken breasts, like pretty large chicken breasts, were $5.50. Butter, a pack of butter. Butter here is very expensive. It was $5. And I find that everywhere in the Dominican Republic, it's quite expensive. A bottle of wine, just a typical bottle of wine, white wine and red wine, was about $9. And a tall can of beer. This was actually not a domestic beer because we couldn't find the prices of the domestic beer, but one that was, I think, a German beer or something was $1.30 for a tall can.
Well, it's a little later now, and we decided to go for a happy hour at this cool Mexican restaurant. We got some Aperol Spritz here, which is not what we would expect. They have a different special every day. This is only $2.50 Dominican pesos, so that's a pretty good price. It's about $4 USD. Not too bad for an Aperol Spritz. If you know much about these things, these are usually pretty expensive. I mean, when you're outside of Italy, they're a lot of money. I want to show you guys that if you get off the resorts, you can find some happy hour places. You can find lots of places that has like 3 for 2 beer. Cocktails are a little harder to find, but when we saw like $2.50 for an Aperol, it's like half the price when you get most places, so we just had to do it.
There's a good chance that if you were coming to Punta Cana, you will probably be drinking some alcohol, I would guess. Maybe not, you never know, but Trevor was just talking about the happy hour. I mean, there are some happy hours here, but they're a little bit harder to come by, especially compared to, say, Cabarete, which is where we spend the majority of our time. You can get so many amazing happy hours there. Here you have to like search a little bit more for them. We found this place definitely has the best one that we found, at least so far, in this neighborhood anyway. They have like all cocktails, I think, are on happy hour from 4 to 6 every day, and then they have another special every single day that changes. And today happens to be Spritz all day, $2.50, like Trevor just said. So that seems like a really, really good deal. We have just come over to a place called Bella Napoli, which is an Italian pizza place. They've got the wood-fired ovens in the back to make these amazing-looking pizzas. It's kind of a pro tip for you wherever you're traveling in the world, is like if you're more than one person, if you're a couple, if you're more than a couple, maybe split some foods. It's something we do pretty much everywhere we go, and pizza is always the best splittable.
I don't know how this happened, but here's what's going on. We ordered 2 small pizzas. We got 2 medium pizzas. This will be hard to tell, but we have a sausage, kind of peppery, tomatoey one. Look at that. This is like properest Italian style pizza. And then like a quattro formaggio, but we were supposed to get 2 small pizzas.
It's funny because most places we go don't actually usually have small options, usually just one like probably 12-inch pizza, and we're used to just sharing that. But here they had small pizzas, so we're like, let's share 2. We ended up with 2 12-inch pizzas, but same as the price for 2 small. So
I'm gonna go first here. I got the 4 cheese in my hands. We got mozzarella, blue cheese, provolone, I think was one. It was Parmesan. So let's go for this. This is way too much pizza for just the 2 of us, but hey, we're trying to do it on a budget. They're gonna charge us for just 2 smalls. This guy is right up my alley. The cheese is just top quality. I love just the mix of all the 4 cheeses. The bottom of the pizza itself, you can see little bits of charred marks. It's a wood-fired oven. I think we said that before. It all just goes together so well. Probably should have asked for some hot sauce. There might be some around here somewhere. We'll figure it out. But you guys, we're in the DR right now. We're having like proper Italian style pizza, and yeah, I'm loving it.
So this pizza that I got is quite a bit different than the one that Trevor has. It's a rustica, so it's got Italian sausage, there's tomato, onion, and green peppers on there. I may have snuck a piece while Trevor was eating that piece of the 4 cheese. So I'll try it on camera, and then I'll tell you what I think. So this is called a pizza rustica, and I feel like it's named really well. It is like a very rustic thing going on, like very traditional Italian sausage, not tons of like spice or anything to it, just a really nice flavored sausage with all the little veggies on it, the tomato, the onion, and the green pepper has a nice little crunch to it. And this pizza has obviously red sauce on it, as tomato sauce, unlike the 4 cheese. It's a nice, subtle tomato sauce, not too much going on. Kind of the way a perfect Italian tomato sauce should be, just a little bit tomatoey, but not too much going on, so the ingredients really are showcased. I am going to add some chili oil. There's some chili oil on the table. I think Trevor kind of hinted that there might be some hot sauce around here somewhere. I'm going to add that on there because I think it'll make it absolutely perfect.
Well, that was an absolutely great night. The food here is so good. I hope you guys will get off the resort, and I hope that you realize you can do this place on a budget. Like, can you do it cheaper? Yes.
Absolutely. So if you're on a super budget, you can definitely do it way cheaper than we have today. I think this is more about like you can come here and not feel like you're spending loads and loads of money, but still enjoy yourself.
We know so many people that come to Punta Cana and spend like $10,000 for like, I don't know, 2 people, 4 people, and go to resorts, and you can do it without going on the resorts. You can come off the resorts and not spend that much money.
Yes. So there are definitely options all around. You can start at the very, very low end. You can even go like stay at a hostel somewhere, eat at local restaurants, or cook for yourself and not have to worry so much about the money. And then, or the middle ground, what we did today, like a little cheaper, nothing too crazy, but like we didn't deprive ourselves by any means.
I think we mentioned too, like Ubers are really affordable here. Yeah. Also, there's like Guagua buses, which are the local buses.
Which
you can
just
take
$1 or
those.
$2 to go pretty far.
I think the Carib buses are like the kind of national buses you can take from town to town are affordable too. So you can do the DR quite affordably if you want to. You can also just come if you got 1 week vacation and you're working the grind 9 to 5 all the time. You can come down and spend whatever you want.
Go for it.
The big thing is this place has it all. I think that's the slogan, isn't it?
It is.
DR has it all.
I'm just gonna say it's about to start. It's been raining off and on all evening, and it's starting up again. Maybe.
We thought we were gonna have to call the video earlier because it's raining, but the camera's getting wet. Hopefully you guys can hear us in the last scene okay. We do have some big plans coming up next. We're going to a different place. We're going to a resort. We should say that.
Yeah, so we do try to do a resort here and there, and tomorrow, or like the next video is gonna be it, and tomorrow in our lives.
We're off to La Romana. We won't say where we're staying yet, but we're staying at a resort. I'm gonna show you guys that, and we cannot wait because with all this travel and all the filming lately, we're looking forward to kind of like putting our feet up.
Yeah.
Even though, I mean, we say relaxing, we're still gonna film it for you guys.
Yeah.
Don't you worry about it. We're gonna avoid the rain. The moon's out up there. This is still pretty special. If you can't tell, we're stoked to be in the DR still, but we're gonna call it a night.
Yeah, all right guys, that's it.
From Punta Cana, wishing you delightful travels.
See you soon.